Right, 2017, paper 1, question 1. And they asked you to express this trinomial in a completely square form. And we know we have to complete the square form because they ask you to leave it in form like that. Now in completing the square, you've got to remember the formula x squared plus x. So if you had, in completing the square, x squared plus 6x minus 3. Complete the square there, write down your first two terms. X squared plus 6x plus half the coefficient of x squared. Now the coefficient is just the number in front of x. So plus 3 squared. And if you add it on, you're going to take away minus 3 squared minus 3. Now once you have your first three terms here, all you've got to do is write it as x plus 3 squared minus 9 minus 3, x plus 3 squared minus 12. The reason you write this in the completing the square format is that you can determine the minimum point or the maximum point of a quadratic function or that u-shaped function. Here, the minimum point, because it's going to be a u-shape, because it's x squared, the lowest point would be minus 3. So minus 3, because if you put in minus 3 plus 3, you get 0. And it's going to be the smallest value you can get. Minus 3 minus 12 will be the minimum point there. When you're doing completing the square, must always be in your x squared format. So if I had 2x squared plus 16x minus 7, what you've got to do here is take out your 2. So 2x squared plus 8x minus 7 over 2. And then 2 work inside your bracket, x squared plus 8x plus half the coefficient of x squared. And then take it away. And then these three terms here, minus 19.5, and then you can multiply that in. Minus 39. So again, your minimum point here, because it's quadratic, is going to be what value can I put in here to get the smallest value? It's going to be minus 4, minus 39. You know. So in this one here is a wee bit footery in the sense that they're not nice numbers. You know, you're left with fractions, but you still work with it. So in order to complete the square, the first thing here that you must do is take out the 2. So take out your 2, you've got x squared minus 3 minus. Now get into the completing the square form. X squared minus 7x over 2 plus half the coefficient of x squared. So if you're unsure, just put in your calculator. 7 over 2 divided by 2 should give you 7 over 4, and it does. 7 over 4. So plus 7 over 4 squared, and just be careful, it's a minus. Half the coefficient of x squared. Minus 7 over 4 squared minus 5. I wouldn't multiply this out. It makes it a lot easier getting it into your brackets now. X minus 7 over 4 squared. That's them first three terms. Minus here 49 over 16 minus 5. Just tidy up this and this now. It's 129 over 16. So 2 times . And then the last thing, multiplying your 2. Multiply everything inside the bracket by what's outside it. That's it done. Second one, hence. Hence means use your previous answer, write the minimum point. So it's going to have a minimum point, again, because it's a quadratic, it's a u-shaped function. The minimum point here, what's the smallest value I can put in for x? Or what value do I put in for x in order for this to be the smallest value? I put in 7 over 4. The opposite sign to what that says. And this here doesn't change, minus 129 over 8. Explain why this must have two real roots. Two real roots. Once you see real roots, you're thinking b squared minus 4ac greater than 0. Here, your value of a is 2, b is minus 7, c is minus 10. Sub them in. (49) 8 plus 80. 129 is definitely bigger than 0. Therefore, must have two real roots. An alternative answer to that there, you could say this is a quadratic. You know, so it's going to cut the x-axis somewhere, I don't know where. Its minimum point is 7 over 4, so a positive thing, and down here. So it's going to have two real roots, i.e. that and that, because the minimum point is below the x-axis. And it's going to cut the x-axis because it's a u-shaped function. And that would work as well. And then write the roots in the form f of x equal to 0 in this format. Now we could go back and solve it from here, bringing that across, dividing by 2 and taking the square root of it, and adding on your 7 over 4. But the easiest way, and something we're familiar with, just use your minus b formula that, and we've already wrote out our a, b and c terms. So minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac for 2a. So minus minus 7. b squared minus 4ac, we've worked out here now, square root of 129 all over 2a, 2 times 2, which is 4. Put that in your calculator. Seven plus root 129 over 4. And 7 root 129 over 4. If you like, you can put each of them over the 4. And that's it.